Local manufacturing will not only improve the economy of Nigeria but also create employment. Though some may argue that importation of foreign goods into Nigeria can help increase consume choices, potentially lowers price, and can lead to higher standards of living by providing access to goods not locally produced. However, the negative effects of importation of goods locally produced are many, from undermining local industries to creating trade imbalance and increasing forex scarcity that is high in demand for foreign currency, to pay for impact, to hindering diversification of exports, and also leading to increased prices and reduction in purchasing power for consumers, which invariably contributes to poverty. Meanwhile, to revitalize Nigeria's industrial base by encouraging domestic production and reducing reliance on importation, the Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has recently implemented a ban on importation of goods that can be produced locally in Nigeria. And welcome to midweek edition of this week's edition of Midweek Connect, as we are out to discuss the current ban by the executive on the importation of foreign goods that can be produced in Nigeria. My name is Ifoma Ukafo. Before we continue, let's take our tidbits segment. The All Progressives Congress in Edo State has received the Speaker, Edo State House of Assembly, and a number of defectors from the political parties with an assurance that they will be treated equally. Governor Monday Ekpeolo led some national leaders of the party to receive them in Benin City. The leader of the House of Representatives, Julius Ihombere, and other members of the National Assembly were in attendance.
2027 is a done deal in Edo State. Between now and 2027, you will see new team, developmental strive, schools, renovation, employ more teachers for Edo people, bringing in doctors, and building more facility for Edo people. Why? Because Asewaju is releasing that money to us, and I'm using it. The money for Edo people does not belong to me, so we'll use it for Edo.
What we are doing today is significant. It is to show the only party that is on ground, capable in the election.
You chart your own future. Edo people who have seen you building flyovers, they will return you in 2028. After returning Asiwaju in 2027.
We, the members of the House, we have been with you. I will continue to with you.
President Bola Tinubu has transmitted the Federal Capital Territories 2025 budget proposal of 1.78 trillion naira to the House of Representatives for consideration. Speaker of the House, Tajuddin Abbas, read the President's request on the floor as lawmakers convened for plenary after a 5-week Salah and Easter recess. Meanwhile, members expressed concern over a resurgence of terrorist attacks in the northeast and other parts of the country, where while calling for decisive military onslaught against terrorist activities. At resumption of plenary, 6 members of the House from Delta State defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, while 2 Labour Party from Enugu State moved to PDP. The Senate has resolved to organize a national security summit involving delegates from all tiers of government, traditional institutions, CSOs, security experts, and other Nigerians to find solutions to the challenges of insecurity in the country. It is among resolutions in the Senate on resumption of plenary after a break of 5 weeks.
don't have all the developmental commissions legally in existence. So I felt that is it the view of the Senate that the President should be commended for his cooperation with the Senate and the National Assembly as a whole? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The Ohen of Okoromi community of Obokan Kelvin Igbinoba has cleared the air on the social media video making the rounds that some lands in the community have been forcefully taken away from the owners. He enjoined landowners to bring along their land documents for verification and onward settlement.
That kind of people that will sell land for anyone at all, then at the end of the day we'll collect the land back from you. Nobody is above the law. Now we also said that we are doing verification. It's because of those genuine ones we are doing those verification to bring your paper and your document and to also identify whosoever that sold that land for you.
Good to know that you are still with us. This morning we want to discuss the recent ban by the president on the importation of goods that can be locally produced in Nigeria. We already have a guest in the studio. Where we'll come back from our break, we'll continue the discussion. Stay with us.
Otherwise known as Waka.
This is Health Plus. Today, searchlight on universal healthcare. What does it mean?
Diphtheria is a vaccine-preventable disease. It is highly fatal.
It's good to sing praise unto our God, for it is pleasant and praise is comely.
Give me chance, I want to praise my God.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode on Youth Arena. I can't wait to hear what you guys have in store for us today. Some of you might have experienced it.
The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Hey there, welcome to another exciting episode in Top 7 Jams. It's your girl Pearl.
I just took a shot of whiskey, I tell myself say I know go cry, but I cry. We dance like
Do you live in Aduawa and environs, or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is a place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art fully air-conditioned ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set, therefore ensuring uninterrupted power supply. We also have NTA Pavilion for all outdoor events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secured. Our Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your events live. And above all, you can air your events on our award-winning program like Events and Style. And any booking on the field or hall gets a bonus of free news coverage. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Good to know that you're still there with us on Midweek Connected this week. And we are discussing the ban on the importation of foreign goods that Nigerians can produce. And we already have a regular in the studio in the person of Barrister Greg Iyai.
Okay. Good morning, Ife. Good morning, viewers.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you
so much.
I was able to escape.
You are looking so you are looking so handsome. I know you were stuck in the gridlock around the white coming. So I mean, how did you find your way finally to this place? Because this morning something as well, still expecting our second guest that left. He said he left his house at as early as 7 and he's still been stuck in the gridlock. So how did you make it?
With the experience I had yesterday, which was very grueling, I decided to leave much earlier and then just come towards the Aduawa axis so that I can be able to make the program because I missed the program yesterday on EBS because of the hold up. Indeed, we are just, this is my immediate ecclesiastical constituency. To that extent I'm involved. I would appeal to the authorities concerned to provide alternative routes because nobody knows how long this project is going to take.
It's 18 months.
And the man-hours that are lost to the individual economy and the economy of the states. And then if you are looking at things like accidents that are likely to happen and then putting the vehicles under stress, the wear and tear, some of them overheating, accident, traffic route violation. There are so many things. I think we should live in peace before we enjoy the bridge because right now there is a total disconnect, honestly.
Okay, the government official and also the engineer handling the project should create an alternative route. I did a report there, station report there yesterday, and I met with the road safety corps, and they said they actually spoke with them to create an alternative. So I think they will do something about it. There must be a synergy from the two, the contractor handling the project and the road safety, so that they will create an alternative route for people to access to their different destinations. Welcome, and you finally made it to the program. Welcome so much. Let's take a background packaged by Faith Osawatin on this discussion on importation, ban on importation of foreign goods that can be produced in Nigeria. Let's take the background there.
The Federal Executive Council, led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has reportedly reached a decision to ban the importation of goods locally made in Nigeria. This initiative, named the Nigeria First Policy, is aimed at strengthening the country's economy by prioritizing locally manufactured goods and services. Many economists applaud this as they believe that the implementation of this policy will help revitalize the country's economy, maintaining the trade surplus recorded in 2024, strengthening local production and reduce importation, thereby reducing the strain on the naira. Others, on the other hand, worried about negative implications such as skyrocketed prices, unequal competition that might lead to inefficiency, among others. On this week's edition of Midweek Connect, we will look at Nigeria's reactions and thoughts on this decision, as well as possible implications it may have on the nation's economy.
Thank you so much, Faith, for that beautiful introduction to our discussion this morning. So, Barrister, why is it imperative that this ban should be pursued vigorously? Because I think it has been long overdue. So, what's your from the background? There is so many issues.
Yes. Well, banning of imported goods is a two-sided sword, and that's why we must look at it with caution, and then we must be happy about it, but we should be cautiously optimistic. If we can produce some of those things here, there's no need of spending very scarce foreign exchange on importing them, and our economy shouldn't actually be an import dependent economy. But again, we have to look at the conditions for production, because if you look at the conditions for production in our environment, are they conducive? Are they sustainable? One, access to funds. If the interest rates that the manufacturers or business people get from the bank on loans is very high, then we're going to have a situation where they will simply pass over the cost of their borrowing, high cost of their borrowing, to the consumer. And at this time, the consumers have no alternative, because they must buy what is made in Nigeria. And then we're also talking of the quality of the product. I wonder what was one asked why he was flying British Airways, and when he talked so much about patriotism and why he was not flying Nigeria Airways, he said he was going for a meeting. Sometimes you fly Nigeria Airways, you eventually get there a week or 2 weeks after the meeting. But British Airways wasn't like that. So we have to talk of the quality of the products. Because if you look,
before we come to maybe the talking about the merits of it, let's first of all highlight some of these the merits of this policy that the president he raised so many issues around them. How it's going to help Nigeria, especially creating employment and revitalizing the economy, strengthening of our trade, and so
these have always been, there's nothing strange about what the president has done, and the reasons given are not different from reasons that have been given by various administrations for banning certain foreign goods. And of course, if well implemented, it will revitalize the economy.
Like, for example, I'm not trying to cut you in.
Yeah.
For example, now I'm talking about revitalizing the economy. If you go to Aba, if you see what Aba is producing, you understand these materials, shoes and everything. So and talk about all these industries in Benin and scattered all over the country, and you find out that if people don't patronize them, they will go out of business. So I think that's one of the reasons the president is now coming out to really stamp his feet on this policy that have been there, but the way he's taking it, pursuing it vigorously.
If it does, I pursues it, very vigorously. Well, the benefits will be seen and will be enjoyed by Nigerians. Then if you also talk of job creation, the more production we have, and if we expand our production base, we find that we'll have to employ or engage more hands, and that will take a lot of unemployed people off the list of the unemployed. And then it will also benefit the government in one way. Those who are working will be paying taxes. And if they are paying taxes, the government gets more revenue, more money, and then it will help to develop the Nigerian technology, the Nigerian contents in the manufacturing sector will actually be very much developed, and then there will be the breakthrough, technological breakthrough in many areas, and a lot of this one will go into the lower cost of prices.
Okay, lowering prices.
Lowering prices. You know, the astronomical prices of certain materials. It may not be immediately, but it will gradually go down, because if we're able to produce locally, and then the duties that are imposed on imported goods are not there. I mean, the manufacturers will have no alternative and to sell at a lower price, and that will benefit everybody. If, for example, you are producing textile materials and you are selling at lower cost, then the trader who deals on textile is likely to lower her price.
Yes, of course.
You know? And then
there will be competition.
There will be competition among the local industries, and then also the ingenuity of the Nigerian that is domiciled in us will begin to play out.
Exactly. And like this, your beautiful designs now on the clothes. Is it not Nigeria that Nigerian that did it?
A tailor just the man lives at my backyard.
You see,
we share the same fence.
You see,
we share the same fence.
It's very beautiful. Talking about ingenuity of Nigerians, you know,
yes.
Trying to amplify it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it will really lead to a lot of positive things. Then you also have even some equipment that are used, because if you go to some of these vulcanized or these tire selling areas, they buy some of these old tires, they see where they process them and they convert them into soles for shoes. It's happening at Uwelu.
Oh, really?
If you go to Uwelu,
so talking about recycling.
Yes, recycling our products. So what would have been thrown away as waste, you see them being recycled, and then they are used to produce very, very important requirements for our people.
Thank you very much. You just gotten a signal that we are going on live, but before that, you are always on this program. Thank you for coming. As you talked about the firstborn, you know that you have a program, firstborn to live, born to progress. Can you quickly tell us this program and when it's coming up before we round up, because we have a live program.
Okay, the program is coming up this week, beginning from tomorrow. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and then concluding on Saturday. And it's at Youth House at Bakpava. Youth House is between 2nd and 3rd, and it has a boundary with more than 200 petrol station, Conoil petrol station. So you cannot miss it. And we are actually focusing on praying and ministering to the firstborn. No family that doesn't have a firstborn. And we are believing that even if your firstborn is not around, somebody can stand in for him or her. Please, we're inviting everyone to that program. This is not the first time we're having it. Our billboards are around town, our adverts, outfits, our various media. So I